Why hello there everyone and welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile, and today we've got a very big update to do with prefabs, galleries and devices. Now, before we get into the galleries and devices, we're first off going to go ahead and look at the one and only brand new prefab. The name of this prefab is the Spooky Mansion. Now, this one is not actually in the Battle Royale island, but rather a full-on creative mode only house. And I gotta say, I would love to see this house in Battle Royale. It's a really nice looking house. I love these new hedges. They're very hedgy looking. I mean, you can really see the density inside of these. They have a whole load of foliage, and by foliage I mean loads of leaves covering them, making them look a lot more bushier. Out here we've got another swimming pool, some bushes here, and they're floating. Guess you can't get rid of the shadows. That's going to be quite annoying for creators, I would say. I don't know why they designed that piece to be like that. It makes it look like a spray, doesn't it? Kind of like that outline, that dark blue outline, makes it look really cartoonish. So, bunch of similar stuff. I gotta say, I like these here green closed ones. These are actually new green closed ones, because the ones we have before don't have the white lines going down the middle there. So that means that these orange ones, yep, these orange ones are also new. I'm almost certain anyway. Now over here we've got a simple looking diving board, and you can bounce on it. Fantastic. Now let's go ahead into the house, and I gotta say, like these new vines, they're very odd for me. Okay, creepy man above the fireplaces. I don't know if that's new or not. That looks pretty cool though. Is this a brand new piano? I think we've got a gold one and a black one. I don't think we have got this nice orange one that fades off to red. You could use this as a nice wall piece. It kind of goes bright to dark. That's rather nice looking. Not sure again if these candlesticks and all are new. There's probably some stuff that aren't overly new. Oh, we've got a version of this fire here that's actually turned off. So you could indeed make a fire that's off and then turns on, or it's on and then turns off, or anything like that. I actually thought that was an electric guitar, but it's a mop. Oh no, there's a basement. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I like this new wall piece. This kind of broken down wall. I really like that. It doesn't cover up the hole very well. It's not big enough, so that's kind of annoying. We've got this big guy from Save the World. He looks pretty awesome. I don't know if we've had this before either, but I really like it. It's got a good amount of health too. Nice. Hold on a second. Is there weird writing on this? No, it's just a completely useless mark, I think. I mean, it really looks like it's meant to say some sort of word. Maybe it's a signature of someone or something. But that's all downstairs. Now let's get back here and go on up the stairs. We've got a nice wolf on the wall here, and deer as well, and some lady with Thor's hammer. Must be Wonder Woman or something. And here we've got some more soldiers. We haven't seen these aren't new. What is new though is this painting. Wow, that is a creepy old painting. Actually, we'll look at that later on when we're looking at the galleries. Alright, are these new chairs? New or not, I love them. I know where they are, and I'm going to sit on them. Through this door, another bedroom here with a much bigger balcony, which then goes ahead and connects to another room with another off fireplace. Is that a new painting? Oh ho ho ho. I don't think we've got that one. Is that really what that castle looked like in the chapter 1 map? Was it really that big? I don't even remember it looking like that. Yeah, you can tell me in the comments if it ever did look like that. I might have to try and build that. That looks really sick, honestly. I thought we got back down to the bottom floor. Okay, we're going to close that. That is honestly the scariest thing I think. Oh boy, there's more. And there's a caterpillar. Is this like, are they going to bring a Halloween sky skin out or something? Is this what this is saying? Confirmed. I was the person who said it. Nobody else but me. Leaked it. I absolutely leaked it, guys. Yeah, but this really does look like that skin's room. Oh, unfortunately, these pillows are part of this couch. So, yeah, we can't get those. That's unfortunate. love the Peely, love the cat, and the wee Team Cuddle Leader person. Really creepily awesome. Oh, it's no second floor in this one. Okay, this is a rather good prefab, I gotta say. I like it. There's also a wee kind of thing up here on the roof. There's a guy up here. I don't know how you're meant to get up here, but there's a guy here. So guys, there was also a few other things and stuff added, which I did notice on a Twitter account called Fortnite Creative Leaks or something. I remember seeing it when I was looking at it, rather sleepy. Now, if you click recently add, it's one thing, but if you go ahead and go to, is it the tilted one, and click tilted towers here, you'll notice this building, the office. I don't know what this was from. Was it maybe the thing where the insurance company was at the very start? I don't know. But I love the design of it, this weird stair pattern. It reminds me of that Nintendo game, or maybe it wasn't even Nintendo that made me, maybe it was Sega or something. The wee orange guy. Cubert? Is that his name? Cubert? It reminds me a lot of that game. We had to jump up the cubes here. Yeah, you know, maybe you haven't played Cubert. It's a great game. You should go and try it. Alrighty, onto the galleries. I assumed this here is the floor. Spooky Mansion floor and stair gallery. Not much stairs, literally one stair. I gotta say though, man, why is that thing gotta be in the way of the sun? That one is much better. We've got all these different tiles, different texture in the tiles. What's annoying me though is these three have all got the same dirt. It's probably, yeah, just different bottoms. That's annoying. I would have liked to see some more variety in those. Then we've got the same thing here, there's three, but of course with different floors again. We've got these lovely new floors. Oh ho ho, I like these. They're kind of like varnished, but the varnish is coming off in some spots. Must have spilt some tea or something there. Then we've got a different version of those, but it's much brighter and much lovelier looking than the others. We've got this lovely yellow carpet here too. Honestly, I would get this confused with sand, but it is rather nice. And this one does come in 4 different roofs instead. Now, I assume is the roof and walls Spooky Mansion Gallery. It doesn't have walls or roofs in it, but it's walls, roofs, pillars. Oh well, missed opportunity. We've got this new railing, which I did show at the top there, and I really like this new railing. I could see this being used as a ladder. You could grab this. And let's go into building as prop. Let's grab it here. We could turn on grid snap, and let's rotate it like so. And you can see that it is now like a ladder. That is a fancy way, guys, on how to do ladders. And of course, you can't climb up it. No, that's rather unfortunate that we cannot climb up this. Probably like this, though. Not even like that. Oh, boy. Like that? Can we climb this? Okay, we can climb it this, but that is a useless ladder there. Boy, oh, boy. Bunch of walls. We've seen these walls before, these types of bricks. Agency bricks here. I think you can even get these ones from Tilted or something. We've got these green ones here, which we've probably seen before too. These ones we've seen before. Now we've got these red versions here, which I don't think we've seen before. They're lovely and bright looking. We've got some blue here, but they're not as nice. I really like this. Is there a full wall by any chance? There is. Ooh. But yeah, there is a full wall of this glorious block. Oh, there's none like facing both directions. That's going to really bother me with the map creations. And we got a purple version of this door too, which we actually have got some purple variants here. And we have got some walls. We've got some purple walls. That's very nice. Ooh, I think we've got a wall like this before too. But again, very nice. And there's the destroyed wall for anyone who is looking for it. Now we go on to the props, I assume. The Spooky Prop Gallery B. Where's A? Must be an older one or something. Okay, so first up, of course, we've got these wee teddy bears here. And it looks like we've got ones with creepy glowing eyes that are covered in filth. And then we've got lovely clean versions, which are actually not creepy at all. Just knowing though that they're watching you at every step's kind of creeping me out. Anyway, we have got this picture of this kind of ghostly looking lady. And if we enlarge this here, you'll notice that we haven't actually got a skin that looks like that, but the face does look rather similar to the Guile skin, is it called? You know, the female counterpart to Skull Trooper. It kind of looks a lot like her face shape, but it's slightly different. Then of course we've got these rocks here, we've seen them before. Got some corner leaves, gotta love these autumn leaves here, I really do like those. Aha, there it is. I was wondering where this painting was. Now if we go ahead and enlarge it, I really like this. Wow, that is just lovely looking, that there. That's a great photo there. Hopefully they'll bring a photo like that someday into the game where we can go into it and put our own image or whatnot. Maybe Creative 2.0. Love these new chandeliers, or whatever you want to call them. There's on and off variants again. We have got 3 different versions of the new bushes. This sign here, it's got a wee bit mossy, must have been from Season 3, Chapter 2, because it's got seaweed all over it, and I cannot read that, whatever that says. Triangle. So these vines here are solid. I think the original vines were actually hollow. So that's interesting to see that they made these autumny brown ones solid. We've got these lovely bricks here too. I really like these. I'll definitely be using them in some of my upcoming maps. There is nothing on this chair, I repeat, there's nothing on this chair, and it has no arm on the right side, left side of it, should I say. And this table is haunted. There is nothing underneath that table. That is rather scary. Oh, there's a lovely big leather couch. I like this. I like it. Then we got a bathtub, you know. But we can't even go inside it. Great. Now this here is probably one of my most favourite things that have been added. The Spooky Alphanumeric Gallery. I don't know how you can say that word. I don't know how to say it. Even if I spell it with words, I don't understand still, but I love these. They're so 3D. They're so, like, just good looking. I mean, they've all got like these broken lamps and they look so good. So good. But then lastly, we've got this gallery, which is my second favourite thing most likely, because it's something we have never seen before in Creative, and that is the background city. You might be asking why they call it the background city. Well, if you look here, an entire building is one prop, and unfortunately, yeah, you can whack them and you can break them. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Pretty weird. This here building too, I don't know what this building's meant to be. I honestly think that it might be something that you're supposed to put inside of these buildings, so you can't really see through the windows and all. But basically what it means by the background buildings is that you're meant to have these sitting in the background. You're not meant to go inside them around like that. And it's just a nice wee simple thing. So in the background, you could have a map way back here, or even at this house. You can go in this house and all, and you're like, oh boy, I want to look out the balcony, and you see a nice city in the back. You can't go over there, so it doesn't matter the detail, but they just look fantastic far away. And that is actually a big thing with video game design. The backgrounds, how they make them, to make them one prop is a big deal for memory and stuff. Though those are rather expensive. Now back into the good stuff. We've got 2 new devices. We've got the timer. I think that's what it's called. The timer. Yes, and the real-time clock. Yeah, forget about you. This is what most people will most likely be interested in. No, I like you as well. You're pretty awesome compared to being able to use this stupid thing. Like, what is this meant to be, huh? This, you can't even use half of this. It doesn't even appear on your screen or anything. This one actually appears on your screen like the timed objective, though the timed objective is rather annoying to use. Anyway, let's get into the real-time clock. Now, the real-time clock here is basically made for stuff to happen in your maps at live times. So as you can see here, it says 0, 0, 0, day, and then 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. Now I could change this, and it's got a year as well, but it doesn't appear on the screen. And you can put this all the way up to 2030, which basically proves, guys, that Fortnite's going to be here for another 9 years, most likely. Now, the clock face style, we can make it flat. That just gets rid of the 3D awesomeness of it. And another thing is that you can't really make it that big. As you can see, that's as big as you can get it, compared to the new timer device, which is, it's a wee bit bigger. You can see it's a lot bigger. But, it is also a lot much bigger when it's all up. Now, I don't know what's happened here. I left it on 2030, that's what happened. And I think I done that actually in somebody's map. Oops. Oh boy. Anyway, as you can see, we can change this. We can change the month all the way up to 12 to be December. The day, you can change the hour or the minute, and it all changes here live. As you can see, it says 50 seconds. So how many days is it until Christmas? 114 days till Christmas. Oh yeah! Time to buy presents and stuff. Now you can enable it at game start, you can disable the mode, you can change it to date, but 25th, it doesn't really show a date. Display mode, countdown, or date. I think they need to change the date here. I mean, it just says the day, it should say the month if it's going to be a date, and the year as well. So the date is not the best. Oh! So it looks like you're going to be able to change the time zone eventually, or else it'll just show you what time zone it is basing it off for whatever country you're in. You can enable it, disable it, when time reached, transmit on, when enabled and time reached, transmit on, when enabled and time not reached, transmit on. So this here can be used for quite a lot of things. Now, the brand new timer device, I do not know why it says secondary, but it does. Now we can put this all the way up to 60 minutes, so we can make something go for about an hour, which isn't bad. And then we can do some little second stuff here too. Now let's put it at 3 minutes. The timer name, big, yeah. And if we click OK, it brings up big. Now we can make a countdown or count up, just like the previous timers. There's nothing new there. Start timer at game start. That's pretty self-explanatory. Activating team, activating class, who can activate it. Applies to player or everyone. This is most likely whose screen it appears on. Result on timer and success or fail. Completion, behavior, stop, reset, or restart, or disable. Now this is all mostly like the timed objective. There's nothing that different here. In fact, it feels like there's less here. And some new stuff. Visible during game, of course, we got that. Timer color, this is what I like. You can change this to whatever. I cannot use the buttons though to change it. Oh well, as you can see though, you can change the text color and it's rather quite nice. Display time in seconds only, or seconds and minutes. Timer not started text. Ring, timer running text. Call, continues, pause text. Buffering, yeah. Success score, failure score, penalty. Ooh. Score per second remaining, show on HUD, yes or no. Timer label text style, bold, extra large, you can change all these. That is rather nice. I don't think you could actually do that on the timed objective. Urgency mode time. Okay, we could change this to like 5 seconds. Finding out it's a scammer. A scammy. There we go. Finding out it's a scammy. Start when receiving from, complete when receiving from, reset when receiving from, pause when receiving from, resume when receiving from, enable when receiving from, disable when receiving from, start for all when receiving from, pause for all when receiving from, resume for all when receiving from, complete for all when receiving from, reset for all when receiving from, on success transmit on failure transmit on on start urgency mode, transmit on. That is a bucket load of different things you can transmit on and stuff. Boy oh boy. Anyway, let's start the game and check out what this is like. So this should appear on my screen when the game starts. As you can see, call continues, it'll say 3 minutes. Then if it pauses, it'll say buffering. And then once it gets down to the last 5 seconds, it will say finds out it's a scamming. And that's basically how that device works. Now there was a couple of extra little hidden secrets inside of the midst upon us. Now I actually found this one during the stream today, and if we go ahead into devices here and we grab the brand new mutator zone, the brand new damage volume trap, and the brand new barrier device, they're not really new anymore, but anyway, if I bring it out here, you can see there's actually like a little brick symbol there on the outline, but when I place it, it does not appear, which is rather interesting. If I bring the damage one out, it brings up a little warning sign on it. Again, when I place it, it becomes the firewall of destruction, and you cannot see that. If I bring out the mutator zone, it kind of brings out this weird circle recycling thing, triangle to circle to triangle to circle, but when I place it again, you can't see it, and it's this awesome pixely thing. Another cool little secret in this update, which most people have most likely found out, is in the Skydome device. There's also a new thing in the VFX spawner. Now, Skydome device here, you know, it changes the whole island, no matter where you are on the spot. And I have lost that. No, I haven't. Yay. Well, they added a new setting, guys. Down here, use volume. They have forgotten to put a space here, which is really horrible looking. And we could change the sizes and stuff there, why not? And it brings up this little box. Now here it is nice and normal looking. We go, oh, well, you can't do it when you're flying, as you can see, it doesn't change, but when I stop flying, it changes. So that's nice for building purposes. If you want to see it normally, fly. If you don't, click the phase off. When you got phase on, it's like this. When you have phase off, it actually changes to what it's like, which is really, really neat for building and how to see it while you're building and all of that good stuff. Now it actually looks like there might be a wee change to the memory used. If you look it up very carefully, when I'm over this, it shows the memory that the Skydome device is using. But at the very right of that, there's also a little slither of yellow that isn't being taken over by the memory of this, which is rather interesting. Now another thing about this, which I don't know if is a bug or not, if I make this massive, you'll notice the white line becomes massive. It's not like a nice wee small white line, it's a massive white line, and I don't really like that. I wish they kept it as a nice small line, just like they do with these ones where it should stay width. It doesn't change the width of this line. Why can they not do that for the Skydome device? There we go. I'm forgetting how to speak today. I don't know why they couldn't do that. Now the VFX spawner, if we go into here, they added a new one here called Area of Fog, and it takes a wee bit to spawn in. But as you can see, it is spawning in a bunch of fog. Now I actually thought, what's the render distance on this? Okay, as you can see, you can basically see it the other side of the island. But you're probably thinking, why? What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with it, except that, you know, you could go ahead and put this in the sky. Let's just go ahead and put some of these in the sky. Okay, I've put them in the sky. You've probably figured out what I'm doing. Custom clouds in the game. Look at that. We've now got clouds in the sky. Awesome. So you can make some completely like realistically looking places now with a bit more different variety on clouds now. It is rather hard to see these, but anyway, if we go in here, we can change the speed then of the fog, and you know, that kind of just makes it look a wee bit more realistic. But that's nice that they've got that, and it does actually start to get really bad when you got it fast and all that. Now, there was a couple other things that I did notice in the stream. You might have seen me looking at it. And in the dance mannequin, they added a bunch new dances to it, so you don't need to make other people dance to them. And if you look here, you know, we could go all the way up to blowing bubbles. We only had A1, Candy, Scenario, Infectious, and Blowing Bubbles. Now we have Smeeze, which is this thing. Oh, it's another copyright one. Super exciting. We've got glow sticks and it plays the music. That's pretty sick. Yeah, nice. We've got free flow. Oh yeah, I could get down with that dance. Hold on a second. Yeah! We do be doing the beats. Another dance which is tidy, very classic, very spacey sound. You could put this in the background of a spacey level and it would sound rather spacey. And lastly, you know, breaking, which isn't an infinite emote, so that's kind of weird to have it there. It's just going to do it again. Very weird one to have. But that wasn't the only thing that changed. We're going to change that back to free flow because it's an epic dance. We only had these skins before: Bubblegum, Sparkle Specialist, Bunny Wolf, Reverb, Cameo, Ruby, Major Lazer, Rustler, and Frontier. Now we've got... Oh yeah, we had Deadfire too. Now we've got Peely. Oh, hold on a second, we've got to look at them all. Yeah, Peely doing his moves. Ho ho. We got DJ Yonder, also doing the stuff. We got Cryptic. We got Nightlight. You can barely make that skin out. You wouldn't even notice that there's Nightlight, because it honestly looks like the FNCS skin, to be honest. And Power Chord, another rather interesting skin to put onto this, to be completely honest with you. Another thing that was added, if you go ahead to My Island and go to Settings, the camera filter, which is now almost useless because you've got the Skydome device. Please, Epic, add the camera filter to the Skydome device. We need that. But before we had, you know, Default, Comic, Sepia, I don't know, Retro, Low Exposure, and Film Noir. I think that's the last one. Now if we click again, yes, it was the last one. We've got Neon Party, which puts the neon kind of light around it. I mean, this is exactly the same, you might be thinking, as Retro. And it really does look the same. In fact, it almost looks like the opposite. Retro, you've got no outlines on this building, but you've got outlines all around here. If we go ahead and change it to the Neon Party, none of this has outlines. The character actually has a wee white outline, which looks really, really nice. I love that. He's actually got a really cool looking shadow. Look at that shadow with the lines and stuff. Really awesome. Actually, we've got a normal shadow too. That's weird. We've got a normal shadow and a cool looking white one. And under here, if we go far away enough, we can see these lines underneath this building too. And it seems to get quite big the further away you get. Now, the outline is now around here. And the difference again with this is inside here, you'll notice it's like the comic filter. But, well, it's pink for some reason. I don't know. Ask Epic, I don't know. Now, another one we got was Horror Movie. It honestly just looks like the Sepia one mixed with Film Noir, or else Low Exposure. I don't see much going on here. There was a couple leaks and stuff as well in the files with like a prop shoe device. Not sure what that's about. There's also a new Switch device, which I think is going to work most likely either like the button or the trigger, but it switches between two different triggers. So when switched on, transmit on this or transmit off this, and when switched off, it transmits on another trigger or transmits off another trigger. It's going to work something like that most likely. But anyway, there was a couple others. You can search them up online if you would like to, but I'll leave it there. And if you enjoyed, remember to like and even subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.